this happy medium in a way that it takes effort, it takes deliberation, it takes budget, it takes
Yeah.
expertise. So
Yeah.
how companies, we are out there, hopefully on LinkedIn, people will be listening to us, how companies can really optimize their time investment, not even budget, their time investment into how much is enough, how much is more than you can bear. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think a good rule of thumb is percent of revenue, right? So depending on your industry, on the low end for B2B, it would be, roughly 3%. On the high end, you can get as much as 40% marketing budget to revenue. And then it's a matter of looking at your customer acquisition cost. Your goal is to decrease your customer acquisition cost, but once you get to a certain size, it's going to start increasing again, because once you get all the low hanging fruit, you're going to start seeing that your customer acquisition cost is going to start rising again. That's okay. You have to know to understand it, and be able to receive it. But whenever you're thinking about, where is the happy medium, it's, am I setting a strategy that will allow me to be profitable, right? So, at what date are you setting to become profitable? How many customers do you need till you can start either raising your price or start charging for your services? Um, and then how am I growing my customer base? Am I using word of mouth? Am I using my customers to help me grow my customer base, right? Because the best way that you can increase your customer base and build credibility quickly is through your existing customers. So if you're going to have a marketing strategy, a large part of that strategy should be around putting your customers forward, right? Making them involved in your marketing, either, simple case studies, testimonials, even having social media contests where they, do unboxing. There's lots of stuff that you can do to get your customers involved. And that's the best way that you can grow your business. But yeah, it takes a lot of experience. It does take time. It does take budget. And if it didn't, everybody would have their own business and everybody would be a multi-billion-dollar company. I think that's one of the, once you get your product market fit, marketing is the one thing that can keep you growing over for long term. And that's why companies like, the Coca-Colas of the world continue to invest heavily in their marketing.
Of course, we know the big brand marketing is completely different animal comparing to up and coming and startup marketing, right? And it's
Yeah.
important, to know who you are, right, and what exactly
Yes.
you're trying to achieve in the given circumstances, all right? Because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of marketing burned out, okay, in my experience, meaning that
Yeah.
when you don't get the results, okay, when you're doing things which are not, right. Any examples or pitfalls to avoid there?
Well, I think whenever you're thinking about marketing and looking at marketing, you have to take a test approach, right? You test small, you see if it works, then you invest more. Um, and you don't just continue doing something because it worked in the past, because marketing tactics can become less efficient and effective over time. So you're constantly having to try new things, test new things, change and evolve so that your message is always fresh, your tactics are fresh, you're meeting your customers where they're at, and you're working with them in using different formats, because people ingest information differently. Some people are more audio, some people are more visual. So being able to get them in writing, in video, in audio, and allowing them to consume your message, your content in different formats different lengths of formats, short form, everything from an infographic to a white paper, a snippet to a long form video and a long form conversation. Having that variety of content and variety of formats and lengths allows you to meet all different kinds of customers depending on how they ingest information, right? It's not a one size fit all kind of activity. You have to make it variable. You have to add on. You have to layer on. And once things stop working, you have to stop doing that thing. So you have to, have a testing mindset and be open to failure and be open to success and constantly be looking at your metrics. If you're not looking at your metrics regularly, depending on what kind of business you are, sometimes it would be daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes it's weekly. But you have to constantly be looking at your metrics to understand what's working and what's not. And you have to understand what those metrics are saying, right? As well.